Hello, hello. Welcome
Hey, what's
back.
good?
Intro music for the day. We're gonna get some intro music eventually, but there you go to start.
Yeah,
Welcome back,
yeah.
dude. Episode 5, Ign'ant Sports coming in.
Yes, sir. After another great week, another exciting,
Crazy week.
interesting results.
Interesting results. I think I got the count right this week. You went 4-3?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I went
did.
5-2?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And I was hoping for that 4-3, but I'm okay though.
No, see, here's the thing too, is like this was that week though where we easily, it's like I could have gone like 3-4 easily, you know, like that's just the kind of week, and you easily could have gone the opposite direction too with a few of those. With a few of those, yeah.
We will we will get to it. I got some feelings, but you know, this is fun. But I'm a show.
On the upset
some
end,
emotion.
I could have gone a little, bro. I could have gone 7-0 because going into the halftime, I had San Francisco was up and the Jets were at least showing some promise going into the half. So I at least could have gone 7-0. I had the chance to go. Whew, that's crazy. Like that'd be crazy. But anyway, yeah. So let's just start with that first game. Like I feel like just get it out of the way. That Thursday game, the Dallas Saints, that was trash. We knew it would be trash. Like that was an easy call. So. Nothing really beyond that. Simeon's trash.
Yep.
Dallas wasn't really doing much that good.
Actually, wait. You said Simeon's is actually it was it him?
Wasn't it? Oh no,
it was.
No. You're right.
Yeah.
Bro. They're on their third, fourth, whatever. That's on them, not me. That is absolutely on them. What is it? Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember they're trying him out. I remember what's his name. Sean Payton freaking out on the sidelines like they had a chance. Couple like bad calls, but it's like, dude, I don't care, man. People were complaining on Reddit, and I was like, they weren't gonna win that game, man. Give them all the calls.
I will say this just to be funny. So I would put down. I was just like, because he was looking good. Like we'll get to this guy, the replacement for Jalen for Philly. He was looking like that quarterback where he was like, okay, maybe you might be the nice replacement. He was running good. He was like, forget, you know, like
he had that hurdle. He had that one hurdle.
Yeah, and then after he stopped running, it was like, how do I throw the ball?
Yeah,
it was just all kind of bad plays. It was like, okay,
short
you're
passes.
not that.
Yeah, open receivers.
You're not that double. No. You don't got that double package. You know.
No, you were thinking. What's his name? Gardner Minshew, man. With
that's all I was like. I'm thinking he was gonna be like him first.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna be like him before him, and he wasn't. Gardner showed me he was the better.
For the day, for sure, man. See, he had his times in Jacksonville too, so you can only time will tell what he can do up there. But that was a pretty That game was kind of over before it. Got even running. Like
definitely.
Dallas scored in the first, and then going into the half, it was kind of close, but then they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
There were a lot of boring games. Let's just kick those boring games. We were talking about it real quick, like that. I literally didn't even know that Indy. I was like, oh, Indy, damn, what did they do? Oh yeah, they won. It's not that they won. It's just that Houston just can't play. So whatever. What do they have going? What's his name? Is it Tyrod or Tyrod? What is it right now?
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
But it changes every week though. It literally does. Like I've heard that name more than like it was. First it was Mitchell or Mitch Trubisky. Now it's Tyrod. So we're going with Tyrod right now. All right. Yes. So Mr. Taylor couldn't do it as always, and the Texans suck as always. I saw they got my boy Rex Burkhead on that team, old expatriate. He can't run for nothing on a team like that. So it sucks.
Yeah, I feel for him. And you know what's crazy? So this is how time fly. I was like, I remember he used to like do decent, like he was starting quarterback for Bills.
Bro, he's been all over.
Yeah, he'd been all over, and yeah, it goes all the way back to his 2017 when he was like starting for all games basically and had like decent numbers. But after that, it was just like you're just the bum. Just like dang,
he's just like a Winston kind of where he just can't quite bring it together. I mean, Winston's got a bit of a better arm, but just their results are very similar.
Yeah, I just felt bad for him. So hopefully, maybe have a brighter future. But yeah, that's that game.
Your LA Rams was another boring. I mean, that's a good, good for you. Good for you. But just like, because you never know when Jacksonville maybe, what they win. What did they win? One game this year? Two games? 2 games.
Something like that.
They really won one. The one against the Bills was like the holy. Who knows what they can do now? But honestly, and we'll get to this a little more later. I think that was just similar to the Houston being Houston. Now it's just the Bills being who the Bills are lately. Like they're just, you never know which team you're gonna get. It's a little Jekyll and Hyde type thing. Like they are just either showing up or not. And yeah, that game they definitely did not show up.
Yeah, I like Lawrence, but I'm like, is you you
Yeah.
need more. You need more than what you got, bruh. You need to beat the Rams.
What's his
So.
name? That coach ain't working out. That college
Yeah,
coach.
Urban. Yeah, Urban. Yeah, I was
Alright.
like
Uh,
every time I see it, I'm just like Urban, man. They gonna
uh,
be on your head. They gonna be
yeah.
pulling that card every time, bro.
And NFL ain't like college, man. Like they don't give you 4 or 5 or whatever, however many years they give you in college. I think it's a little more lenient. I think coaches are almost like more important than the player in college in certain instances. But right in this NFL, it's not happening. Like
No,
didn't work for Nick Saban. Ain't gonna work for Urban Meyer. Don't look like.
exactly, bro.
All right, I think those are the most boring games. What was your favorite game of the week, or one of your most interesting games? You can just call it most interesting because I know like favorite's a big word.
Because I was like Washington, Las Vegas.
That was a
What's
close
that?
one. That was a close one. You never know. That was
Oh,
another one you never knew.
for sure the Detroit, Minnesota, but I was close, on the, I
Yeah,
was on the like what the heck
yeah.
happened?
And that's why I could have easily gone 3-4 instead of 5-2. Because if, like I said last week, if you didn't take Minnesota, I definitely would have. So it's like, it's just gonna happen one of these times, man. They're gonna end up pulling out that one dub. Did you see the way they celebrated? Like they won the Super Bowl.
I mean, I don't blame them though because
Right. Oh, you don't
who
want to be
knew?
winless. Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah, you
go.
don't want to be with this.
Also, did you hear how? Well, I was watching Red Zone. I'm not sure if they brought it up elsewhere, but they actually like kind of ended the game a little unofficially. Like they should have technically made them go for the extra point, even though there was no time left on the clock, and they
I was wondering that.
didn't. And it was, I think, the refs just like lost control of the situation. Honestly, like maybe the moment got over their heads, and then by the time they maybe even thought of it, there's 100 people on the field and
Right.
there's just nothing you can do about it. But to be fair, and once again we'll get to it later, but if you saw how the Patriots game ended, it literally they just, it wasn't a ball spike, but it was like you take the sack basically, and they could have just done that. So all they had to do was snap the ball to someone and get on the ground. So 99.999% of the time that game was over as it is, but it was just a formality that they didn't do it, and it was just funny and noteworthy.
Exactly, yeah. It was like I wouldn't trip anyway because it's like we all know, like,
Right.
and you've been the talk of the town. Everybody is waiting, like, can you get the W? And
Yeah.
it's like they have plenty of times to get the W,
Dude,
but
of
just
course it would happen in Minnesota, bro. Of course.
in the division.
They're the best team to like win, or I'm sorry, to lose like just heartbreaker after heartbreaker. Like how do they do it?
Them and Raiders, they
They're
can't
so
choose.
much better than the Raiders, dude. Like every year I feel like Minnesota has a stacked roster and just like a mediocre quarterback, and that's just how the game goes. And like then they had Peterson for a while, and then like, since then I don't think they've had like that great of a running game, but then again, Ign'ant Sports, I don't really keep up with the
Man.
running game.
I'm gonna pick
Oh,
ahead, get you up there.
Yeah, what was their name? Yeah,
Um,
you're right. They do have a guy. What's his name?
Dalvin Cook,
That's
but
right.
he's
That's right.
injured,
That's right.
unfortunately.
Okay, that's right.
So,
That's right. That's right.
and like we've talked before in other episodes, like this season is not a normal one because a lot of key
Right.
players is getting injured left and right.
No,
So
you're
it's
right.
like
I knew that. But then once he got injured, like Henry, I kind of forgot that he existed.
no, Henry Titans, Dalvin Cook.
No, but I'm
is,
saying they both. But they were.
Oh, you said yeah. Okay, I get
because
you
they were
saying.
like the 1 and 2, right? Basically in the
Yeah,
league. Yeah. And so once they both got injured, I'm kind of like, all right, well, I forgot he was even there because that was a while ago, wasn't it?
yeah.
All right, yeah, but no, I totally forgot about him. But that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, so and I didn't blame you because it's like it's hard for us to keep up with. I was like, who's on the injury list? Who's not?
Honestly,
Like,
man, I really just need that. Like, I need to look at the schedule and then look at like the full injury list, like not of a per team basis, but I want to see every like the league, and then I could be a little bit less on the Ignant side.
exactly. All right, so we want to talk about your Tampa Bays and Atlanta.
That was a little scary to start off. It had some like Saint vibes. Remember that game where Brady lost to the Saints earlier in the year? I was like, oh my god, bro! Because something about division rivals in certain divisions, like not every division, but sometimes in division rivals, like the Green Bay Minnesota, like the Detroit Minnesota, like, and then it's Chicago in there too, right? Is the fourth team?
Chicago.
Yeah, those teams always play hard against the other four. Like it doesn't matter
Exactly.
like what the roster is, and I get a little bit of that vibe from the and it was the NFC South that you got Brady / Bucks,
That's it.
Carolina, New Orleans, and
Yeah.
what's the fourth team?
No, yeah. So it's Bucks. Yeah, Bucks, Carolina, Atlanta, and New
In
Orleans.
Atlanta. How did I forget Atlanta?
Okay.
Who they're playing right now, duh. But yeah, a little scary, but you know, they could what was Atlanta did kind of what I noticed a lot of teams did this week, which is and this is like something that I've thought of before and maybe I don't think we've talked about, but have you ever noticed how people will talk about defenses and how they kind of just like get tired over the course of the game and XYZ and they're just less efficient? You don't really hear people talk about that with offenses a lot. And I feel like that's what happened with Atlanta. I feel like that's what happened with the Jets. I feel like that's what happened with the Niners. I feel
Yeah.
like everyone gets tired. So wouldn't naturally, especially the finesse side of the ball, wouldn't that impact them a little more? Like we may be ignorant, but I have definitely been ahead of the curve on some things in life before, and this may be one of those things where offenses get tired too. So I feel like Atlanta just got
Yeah.
tired. Honestly, like they're not as efficient. They don't have as many pieces, and you just wear them down.
Yeah, I felt like that and the defense, like everybody on Tampa, defense and offense stepped up. Like, Brady was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna still keep being Brady, and defense was like, we gonna cover our butts too and do our
hmm
part so you can get the ball back and we can close this game out.
Yeah,
'Cause-
they've really found their way. It's almost like I don't know how to word it, man. Like Brady gets almost like lucky in the way that he gets hardships in life because they were relying like Mike Evans wasn't really stepping up early in the year. Gronk was
Yep.
injured, so AB was the number one target. So now you're almost getting like a little bit reliant on your number one target. He gets whole like suspension thing. You saw his COVID thing, his like fake
Yeah,
card.
COVID.
Dude, I saw this one meme. It's just like a picture of AB like with a stupid hairdo and like the McLovin card, and it's like we found AB's fake COVID card, and it's like he's just looking like a clown out there for sure, man. That's just
Yeah,
such
he really
typical
is.
AB stuff. But anyway, so now they don't have their best target. Brady's they're spreading out. Evans coming back a little bit. They're not learning, but they're just really now Fournette's like the number one who's really stepped up. And now when AB does come back, be ready for the playoffs. It's gonna be looking crazy. It's gonna be looking crazy. So
It's
good for
gonna be
them.
really crazy. How was this one? Cardinals and Chicago Bears.
That was
Mm,
that was another one I feel like where well actually no that was one where more like Cardinals kind of just stepped up early and
yeah,
the Bears couldn't really they couldn't
yeah,
put it together at the end.
yeah. I literally was like, Andy's no Kyler Murray. Like, it's
Yeah. Once
he can't.
what is it? What was their name? His name?
Yeah,
I keep forgetting. Fields. Justin Fields was the
yeah,
quarterback that
yeah.
they had that
Justin
got
Fields.
injured. Like the 75th important player to get injured this year. So it's like once again, like once he went down, it's like, what do you expect? What do you expect?
Yeah,
Not a ton.
yeah, exactly. I was mad about this pick. I was like, I don't know why. I mean, I know why I chose the Bengals over the Chargers, but I should have
Yeah,
known Hubbard and his crew were gonna come through.
Herbert.
But
Um,
yeah,
I, I don't think that one was that. I mean, I know they lost by what is it, 19 points.
yeah.
But like, why does that feel like one of those games that the score could be flipped and you just like would be like, oh okay, that's just what happened. You're like that's just like,
No, because it was like if we didn't say it, like this was. I felt like this was for sure one of those the 50-50. Like it could go either way.
right.
Like both are hot or not. Like both are hot for the season, but like Chargers, I think had lost the previous week, and I was thinking like, is Herbert and them gonna be able to get it together? Like I know they're gonna want to get another win, and then yeah,
If I may
they
interrupt,
did.
I think what you were
Yeah.
really trying to say was that like both of these teams can get super hot like on a whim. So you just don't know which team is gonna like they're not hot, but they can be, and you never know when they're gonna be hot. And they're more
Yeah,
likely to be hot than they are cold because they have a good
exactly,
roster and they have a good everything. Yeah, the over
exactly.
under was 50 points, and they ended up being 63, and like that's such a low over under for teams like this. Even when the Bengals lose, they lose big. So like, remember when they lost to Cleveland? They still lost by like 40 points. So I just feel like that would be a really low over under if we were ever to get into those kinds of bets. Yeah, I couldn't really fault like for some of the games that were lost, like that one, the Baltimore one. It just didn't like that. That's just
No,
gonna
no.
happen.
Baltimore, no. I'm not letting Baltimore and Minnesota. You don't get off the hook. Not
I,
from and not in my book.
I mean, it's
Be-
fair I'd say on Minnesota, but I don't know what you're getting with Baltimore these days.
So I'm explain why. So
All right.
we'll go with Minnesota first. Just overall, forget everything that happened. There's one main key I found. Minnesota through the game. These fools did 3 back-to-back 2-point attempts for no. Well, one of them was for one good reason, but the other first two, it was like you didn't need to do this. Had you just go for the 1 point, like there's still plenty of time in the game.
Hmm.
Like, why are we going for 2 points? This it's not like yeah, like I always when I was introduced to the 2 point, I was like, that's great comeback mechanic. Like it should always be plan B, like if needed, necessary, use it for the win or for the tie. If we still got enough time to be able to just get the 1 point and just win by another field goal, like that's what I'm going for. Like as an offensive head coach, like maybe I'm Doug, but like
Depends on the
it like
situation. Yeah, I don't.
it
I only saw that game through Red Zone, and they don't really show missed 2 point conversions. So
yeah.
I was not up to date with how many they tried.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I'm here to tell you because like I was just like, dang, son, like they lost about 2 points, and had they went for those three single point PATs, they
Mm.
could have won possibly 30-29 if everything went the same way it went down how Detroit scored. They could have
Right,
possibly
right,
won
right.
30, but they for whatever reason was like, let's go for two, let's go for two, and it was like,
Hmm.
bro, like the
Let's
first
stay
two,
with that
no,
now.
but the last one, okay, sure, because now you need it because you didn't go
Right.
for those other 2 points. So
All right. Fair enough.
that's my take on that. And then again, Baltimore, they went for the win instead of the tie, and
Same
I
Red Zone.
like
Didn't see that.
yeah. So it's like I get it.
Maybe it
Like
was
I
played and I
said,
just missed it.
like I said, I get it. Like the reason you should go for the 2 point either for the win or for the tie.
Yep.
And just me personally, it's just like out of what I've seen, 2 points is hard. It's literally black and white. Like you either get it or you don't. And there's some plays that's probably like the best, and you people just need to implement it in their team system, call it whatever you want to call it. But most of the time, like I feel like 2 point conversion rate is like 30% to 70. Like it's way lower than high, than what you would get just a field goal.
Yep.
No single point because they literally 19 and 20. Like just kick that field goal, go to overtime, and if you lose, you lose. Like at least you gave your shot a chance to either try to get the touchdown first or the field goal. Like, but they were like, nah, son. We got Lamar, we got our peoples. Like, run that 2 point conversion, and it was like batted down.
I mean, for me, that actually tells me like it's not like we got Lamar. It's almost like I don't have faith in Lamar to do any overtime activities. So let's just put it all on the line right now. Which
Which you could actually look at that way too.
I mean, that's just how Harbaugh was calling it. Like, here's my thing, man: is Lamar just like wasn't playing well. He hasn't been playing well, so I think that's
Mm-hmm.
why they would want to do that. I just forgive that personally more because they are a better team than Detroit. So and the matchup is just a little closer. So I'm looking
Yeah,
at
no, and
just the
and
whole
and
game,
like and no, yeah, don't get me wrong. I would forgive them more, yeah, definitely because they're the better team. It's just for me, point
obviously.
wise, it hurt. It was just
Yeah.
like, why can't you just go for the one single point, please, just for
Yeah.
me, but so I can get another win on my side.
I mean, as long as you're cool with that them going for the single point and then like Pittsburgh winning the toss and then driving down and scoring a touchdown and winning immediately.
I mean, at least you give like have faith in your defense again. Like they made it this far. Like
Yeah.
that's just the way I am. That's
Right.
that's just like if I'm ever at that position, if with the high school little kids, pee wee,
Yep.
like
Yep. Yep.
we're going for the tie, and we're gonna keep doing this.
All right. Well,
So
no, that's fair.
that's
That's
that.
fair.
But I don't blame her though. Like it makes sense.
A couple boring more ones actually that I noticed we can just kind of fly through. The Miami Giants was kind of boring. It's like two
Yep.
bad teams. Like I already knew the Giants sucked. Whatever. Miami was like, I mean,
Yep.
boring game, easier call. I feel like it's the same thing for you and the Broncos, KC. Like, I mean, I didn't think KC would be that bad. Like, I was looking at Mahomes' stats, bro. I think he was like 15 for 29. Like he was, yeah, 15 for 29, 184 yards, zero passing touchdowns, one interception, and one rushing touchdown with zero fumbles. So he basically, I don't know what the QBR is, but I can't imagine that's very good. But the Niners Seahawks was all right. That was going my way for a little while until it wasn't.
Yeah,
Until they
yeah.
ran out of energy.
The interception once again, like I was saying, the interception to touch into touchdowns for these seasons. Like I don't know how many is overall in the total, but I feel like the number is high,
Hmm.
higher rate than like recent
Yeah,
seasons. Like people getting interceptions and like taking it 40, 60, how many every yards, and
right.
like it's just like, bruh, this is crazy. But
Got some fast
it's
people
like,
out there, bro. Those custom cleats are doing their work.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and
that's that.
I was just happy that I didn't like. I'm cool, like I said last week, to bet on the Jets and have them lose, and to bet against them and have them just like show up again. So I was like, I was fine with that. That was whatever to me.
Yeah, and it and I didn't fault you for that because this is like we didn't know what was gonna happen. Like
Right? You
I don't
never
remember
know.
if we I don't remember if we knew the news that Hurts wasn't even gonna be playing. So it was like who is next? And Gardner, somebody who
I still would have
crazy.
bet on them regardless. It's fine about that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, just saying, just to try to have you
right,
try to have some more faith, like which side to
right,
pick
right,
on.
right. No, that's
But
just one of those games that you really can never know. With two bad teams, like who's gonna? It's less like the Bengals and Chargers game where it's like who's gonna really show up today. These two bad teams, it's like who's really gonna shit the bed today. Like you just know one of them is, but which one and how bad.
exactly. Crazy thing. So I was like, who is this, guy, Gardner guy? Because he's looking pretty good. Maybe he can be the new quarterback or, at least good backup behind Hurts, right?
yeah.
This man had 15 or more touchdowns this is his third season, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think so. Yeah.
And he had 15 or more touchdowns in his first two seasons.
You don't remember
And
Minshew Magic? This was like a
I
thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
But that's how
Bro, you
you
don't.
know that, like,
There was like there was
or at least I don't
literally a
remember.
game where everyone down in down in Jacksonville, dude, they had like fake mustaches and like everyone was wearing them. Even like the female sideline reporter, she's like blonde and she's got like this brown mustache on and she's like, "So Garner," and it was hilarious.
Okay, maybe I did see it, but yeah, that was I must have not have been too much into the season last year then.
Yeah, yeah. Look up mustache game for sure.
Then.
And I think
Yeah,
there
because I
was
was just like, who's this guy?
I think there was
Yeah,
only
that's
one more game last week. That might have been the Bills Patriots.
yep.
That was my favorite call for sure because, whew, incredible game. Ran the ball 43 times, threw the ball 3 times. I was watching this and I'm like, so they went 3-and-out the first series, 3-and-5 they run the ball. I'm like, okay, and I was like, immediately I was like, this reminds me of like the Super Bowl where like they just kind of like skipped the first quarter almost, and then the second time third and long, run the ball. I'm like, all right, I guess we're just doing that, and then they just like never threw the ball, and then I forget the dude's name and number, went for 64 yards, and I was like, oh. Okay, what was it? D. Harris. Who's D? Sorry. Damian Harris, number 37. Okay. Because they have like 3 people running the ball last night, so that's what was especially confusing. And then once he went for 64, I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. And then Buffalo just could never get it going. But the crazy weather, though. Crazy weather.
Yeah, that too. Because I was just like, let's not forget that was the key. Because I was like, I didn't know that was going to be the key. But when I was watching the highlights for YouTube, they were like, yeah, the win. And I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be that. That we get into that point now. Like when maybe like Green Bay games, like the Chicago game, it was raining for them. So like it was a fumble in there. It didn't really matter. But like it was like slippery balls, like in winds, and like
Yep.
we get into that like, man, hopefully the weather's on your side, but they
So I assume that you're cool with with the Patriots 2-point conversion on their first scoring drive, knowing that they had to kick into the wind, or would you still have gone for the field or the extra point? Because at that point, I don't feel like the extra point is anywhere near as a guarantee.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. It would all depend on like asking my kicker, like, you think you can make this, like, against this win, like, if not, then 2-point it is, like,
right. That game was special conditions, bro. Like that's not how normal stuff is. So I feel like and it wasn't even like the snow. It was like the wind. Like the wind that was going to and from. And I heard that it wasn't just like going at you. It was kind of coming at you like this. So it's gonna like you have to like really lead your shot basically.
Yeah, because I forgot which quarterback, but somebody threw the ball and it was like it just looked shanked. It was like, yeah, it was on target. Then I went picked up.
Oh, it was
like
Allen had a few of those. I mean, they actually did try to throw the ball a little bit. They were not a Bill Belichick coached team, and I mean, even just like if you like listen to those numbers again, 43 rushes and 3 pass attempts, like 46 offensive plays, like that's such a small number. In this league, you can have like 60 or 70 sometimes, especially with these like short sideline passes, get out of bounds real quick, depending on the end of the game, like that Brady style. Yeah, they wanted to shorten the game. They did, and it was awesome. And watching Sean McDermott like freaking out on the sideline was just awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good. I was like, I understood that. I was just like, I ain't tripping. Like, good win for you. I'm happy for you for multiple reasons. So
And I just have like
that's
one final
uh,
thought, which is almost like a nightmare to put into the rest of the NFL's world. Because, like, what was the biggest complaint of the last 10 years? And I'll answer that question for you. I'm sick of New England being in the Super Bowl. I'm sick of New England being every damn Super Bowl. I'm sick of Tom Brady and New England being every Super Bowl.
right.
Now this year, there is a chance that Tom Brady and New England could be in the Super Bowl. The number one AFC team, New England Patriots, and the team that I bet on last March, $100 to go into the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If they meet up, I think that the fans will just like freak out. It's like, you're telling me I gotta watch Tom Brady and New England? I thought we were through with this, and this may be the only year that I can ever say this, so I just had to point that out. And like, say something really bad happens, injury, whatever, like next week, this may not even be true, but at this one moment, we could potentially have Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in Super Bowl, whatever, 56, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
I
can't believe it's so little.
Never. I mean, we've had NFL championships before that. That's why we've had the 100 years NFL, but only 56 Super Bowls. I believe it's my turn this week. Go first. I want to say.
Yeah, I believe so. But I'm gonna start making a note, and we'll just say that.
The record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
I'll do it like that. Okay.
All right. Well, let me just see which one of my teams I'm gonna pick first. It's probably going to be okay. See, it's the one that I got. Well, I don't even know who the Patriots are playing this week. Do we have a bye yet? When do we get a bye? Wait a minute. Hold on a sec. I have to look at this week's schedule. We have a bye. Woo!
Yes, because I was like, you got a bye actually.
We have a bye. All right, that makes it easy. Give me Brady versus Buffalo. Run it back. I'm betting my team against Buffalo.
Okay. And then, of course, I'm getting Green Bay over Chicago.
Is it at Chicago or where is it at? Oh, no, it's at Green Bay. Ugh,
yeah,
gross.
Green Bay.
Gross.
Yes, sir.
All right. You know what, dude? Well,
how many is it? We doing? Is this the one we
no, we
7, right?
Yeah, 2.
Yes, 7. Yeah.
2 games. Yep, 7, I believe.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I will then match your massive. Oh wait. The Chargers are playing the Giants. The Chargers need to win. The Giants are terrible. Give me them Chargers, bro. I'll bet against the Giants again. They there's no way they got it. I didn't watch the Miami game, but there's no way that they picked up an offensive line in 1 week. So give me LA.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I was gonna say Tennessee over Jacksonville. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's easy.
Which one?
Oh, like I saw Jacksonville, and I was like, oh, and then I was like easy, but then I was like Tennessee. I was like, let me not say that easy.
Yeah, never know. I mean, I don't think that Yeah, never know. That could be one of those games.
So I think the next easier one is actually probably Seattle over Houston. Yeah, I take that.
Yeah, Houston's trash, even though Jacksonville is a bigger underdog. You also have Vegas KC, which is pretty bad. I think we'll go. I wanna keep it spicy here. Let's go. Oh, okay. This isn't that spicy, but there's no way Detroit's winning 2 weeks in a row. There's no way.
Right.
So give me Denver. Give me Denver. There's no way. They had their Super Bowl last week, bro. There's no way. Like, that was their energy. They probably partied all week.
Right. I was gonna choose it, but I was like, I don't know. So we got that. Oh, we finna get down to the wire. We getting close.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's keep with you. Casey gotta win over Vegas.
You would assume so.
You assume so, right?
See, now we're getting to the end of the season nitty gritty. We didn't even mention that I am half a point in the lead. Yeah. We got to be competitive now. Apparently, let's. I know there's got to be one more up there. Oh, I'll take that Tennessee pick then. I will take.
You did Tennessee? Okay.
I will take Tennessee.
I think that's the last one, and now it's gonna be.
Now we're getting down. I mean, I already started off a little bit. I only started off with a 3-point favorite, Tampa Bay, 3.5 points. So
okay, oh man, I want to choose my Rams, but gosh, Kyler Murray.
True.
So I'm gonna go with my other safer pick, Baltimore over Cleveland. I think that's kind of like
Cleveland is pretty sorry right now.
Yeah, it's like Lamar didn't do great, and they still won before. So hopefully we can do that again if necessary.
I'm calling an upset. I'm calling Atlanta over Carolina.
Atlanta over Carolina.
Yep. I mean,
So if you,
it's only a 2.5 point upset, but I just have no faith in Carolina. Maybe Falcons are gonna get rolling a little bit finally. Like they keep getting kind of close, and they haven't had a great wing yet. And division rival always tough. So I want to see Matt Ryan do a little something more.
okay, because I was like, call it up if you want to. I'm like, they both got the same record, so it's really more like a.
I'm only going by the spread. I'm only going.
Yeah,
By
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be funny. It's like, yeah,
that's actually the same
yeah.
spread you had. I didn't even know. I didn't realize that Baltimore was an underdog against Cleveland. That's crazy. They're both 2.5 point underdogs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with my Rams. Let's go, baby.
That's fair.
I'm right about it. It might. I mean, it's not a dumb choice, but it is. It's not easy. I don't think it's easy.
All right.
Our defense got to come with it.
I'm gonna take the heartbroken Vikings to. I feel like Pittsburgh kind of had a little bit of that too, where like that was a big win for them, so they may just not be showing up this week. And Minnesota is a favorite, so that should be a pretty safe pick.
I feel like that's the way I would go too.
At home, short week. I feel like the short week always benefits the better team, and I think Minnesota is just the better team.
So we got New Orleans, Dallas, and Detroit. No, you did Denver. All right.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco Bengals. So yeah, I'm going with the other safer pick. I mean, well, not even safer, but I thought this was all tricky. Well, I mean, no, not tricky. San Francisco Bengals is more of the easier pick, but it's like who's gonna show up? Like it's gonna be Andy, right? Still quarterback, I guess. So is Joe Burrow gonna come back? That is the question.
It gets dicey down here.
That's the only one thing though that I haven't seen from Yahoo Sports is like what's injury. Oh yeah, actually here you go.
Yeah, you can go. You have to click on the team specifically, then you can go to injury report. I think it's all the way on the right.
I want to say 49ers if Andy's still gonna be playing. Andy is still playing.
Andy who? Who's quarterback?
Andy Dalton.
Isn't he on the?
Am I tripping?
Yeah, isn't he the Bears backup right now?
Oh, I'm tripping. Wrong orange team. Wrong orange team.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know which Andy we're going with here.
Yeah. Okay. You know what?
You got the Garoppolo versus Burrow matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers because for one man only, Debo.
Okay, that's fair.
Debo.
I actually wouldn't have hated taking the 49ers again, even though they mailed it in last week in the second half. All right, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I will take another underdog in Washington, 4-point underdog against Dallas. I like Heineke. I like the vibe they got going. Division rival. Dallas is sorry. And yeah, I don't think that they're going to show up. So it's in Washington. I'm surprised that it's a 4-point favorite for Dallas, honestly. I think that's like a bit of an overreaction on both sides because Washington barely beat the Raiders and Dallas kind of whooped the Saints, but the Saints are very whoopable. So I don't mind that.
I would have went the same choice though because I was like, I'm betting on his more consistency versus Dallas having like a great year. Kind of.
I like winning. I like winning streaks, man. You know, like that's why I liked Miami last week. That's why I like the Patriots right now. I almost feel like the bye is like not even necessary for us. Like we could play anybody right now in the league and we'd have a pretty decent chance. So we don't really need a bye week right now unless we do have some people that need it. But that I'm not aware of that really just do need that break. But everyone seems like they're clicking, so it's like, all right, let's keep it rolling. So you got between
Saints and Jets, and oh my gosh, I want to say Saints because like if hopefully Hill plays again and just not have such a bad game, but yeah, I'm not even going. Nah, it's not even worth getting a headache over trying to.
Wait, so who are you taking?
New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, bro. Like now, I mean, just remember this moment, man. But like, it's gonna hurt if the Jets show up. That's all I'm gonna say because the Jets showing up is just a pain in the. They've been doing it, man. They beat Tennessee. They beat Bengals. I don't know, man. They're crazy. You never know what they're gonna get.
It's gonna hurt, but I'd rather it hurt for a team that they're better off have a higher chance to beating. Like if it was
Yeah.
like Rams, the Minnesota, like the higher, like then it'd be like dang, son,
No, I feel
like
you.
wow, you're really upset. But this is what I'm gonna buy that. But that'd be my 6-1 right there. There you go. Right there, 6-1.
All right, all right. Well, yeah,
Okay.
I don't feel safe at all with my half game lead, and I am very excited to see what this next
Yeah,
week brings. But hey, it took 5 weeks at
definitely.
least. This is my first time in the lead at least, so the first scoring
Exactly.
change we've had. So
Exactly.
at least we're having a little bit of competition here.
Yes, sir. My man is standing at 14 wins, 10 losses, 0 ties, and I am at
There
13
you
wins,
go.
10 losses, and 1 tie.
There you
And I'm
go.
I'm loving that half of the game. Love it.
All right,
So
all
it's like,
right.
if
I
you
like
win
it.
this, that's okay.
All right. I feel like I was gonna ask, but I figured the scores will be posted for everyone to see, so they'll know what they are.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
All right, man. Well, until next week, until next time.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes,
Been Ign'ant Sports. Catch you.
yes, sir.
All
Catch
right.
you later, man.
Peace.